wish I loved anything as much as these chickens love the mealworms. Are these the morning hugs?
Morning hugs.
So about 2 years ago, Bill and I started our garden out front. Now, it started as just 2 rectangular raised beds that we built out of cedar. But then last year, we took on a larger project and converted our whole front yard into basically a food forest. So about 60 to 70% of our garden is actually focused on edible perennial plants. And some of my favorite perennial plants are actually herbs. I love growing herbs. In fact, we actually split a lot of the herbs and bring them inside for the winter so we can enjoy them all year long. You can make a lot of really cool things with herbs. I've made a bitters, a lip scrub, a salve, but honestly, my favorite and probably the easiest thing that you can make is an herbal tea. Now you might be saying, Alyssa, the tea I buy from the grocery store is horrible. And you know what I have to say to you? I kind of have to agree. I still have a ton of tea that I've bought from the grocery store, but sometimes it feels like there's something lacking, something to be desired. So I've actually read a lot about growing your own herbs and then also drying them yourself to yield a higher quality than something that you would get in the tea aisle. So this year I dried a lot of peppermint, a lot of mint, and other herbs so that I can make tea out of them. Now, I have no idea how this turned out. So what I really think we need to do is an experiment. Put these in.
It tastes kind of earthy. It tastes really, I don't know, it tastes like tea. This one's way mintier. Way mintier. I think I like this one better. The difference is stark. And even just the color, like now that I'm looking at it, like this looks like a green tea, and this one looks like honestly kind of shitty water. I guess you win the Pepsi challenge. Like, it is drastically better.
Yeah, I could see how making tea from your own herbs definitely ruins the grocery store tea. I don't think I can ever go back. So I've been preparing and drinking a lot of herbal tea recently, and after this experience, there are a few things that come to mind that I've learned. One is just drinking tea is delicious. Well, especially if you make it yourself. The second thing that I've come to realize is that this act of drinking tea, it's really empowering. Not only is there a sense of self-sufficiency that you can make something on your own, but also there's this sense of ownership over your own health. And the last thing that I've come to realize is that preparing and drinking tea just deepens my connection with my sense of place. Whether it be your backyard or your garden, or even just somewhere close to your region. I mean, go drink some pine tea and don't tell me that doesn't make you feel like you're in the middle of a pine forest. But not only that, when you start growing your own herbs to make your teas, there's this relationship. It's kind of like a relationship with a pet or maybe a child. You need to observe the plants, take care of the plants, make sure they're getting enough water and food. And if they start getting sick, you need to figure out what you're going to do to fix that problem. And once you get to experience the plants, like drinking a cup of tea with the herbs that you grew, there's just something so magical about it. It's like when you come home from work and your dog comes up to you and cuddles you and licks you. There's just this synergy, this symbiosis that exists. And I think the same is true for you and your plants. Maybe that's one of the reasons why making your own tea with your own herbs just tastes so much better. You know, since I'm not really going to drink this tea, I think I have the perfect idea of what to do with it.